time for a demo. I think you wanted to do a demo.
Okay, we can show people how to do it, sure.
Yeah.
And what we want people to do is you're going to use the index and the middle finger of each hand, all right? And what you want to do is take your dominant hand, so I'm left-handed, and you want to find point 1, and you'll find this on the website, justtouch.com, and you want to touch just below the breastbone, and we want to touch right on the skin. So if you've got a button, you can go between your buttons, or you can go under your shirt or whatever, but feel that breastbone and come just to the end of the breastbone where it becomes soft tissue there. And then hold that there with the dominant hand for 6 to 8 seconds like a butterfly. Okay? Now you're going to take those same 2 fingers, okay, we're going to show it here on Todd, and just to the left of the big bone, I'm going to come around this way, just to the left of the big bone, you're going to touch. The big bone you can feel if you lean your head forward, there's a bone that pops out, and go just to the left of that about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. So you've got 6 to 8 seconds at the end of the breastbone on the skin, and 6 to 8 seconds to the left of that big bone with your dominant hand. And then you take both hands, okay, and you touch at a local kind of a pain. So if it's an elbow, I can touch on the pain. I can touch through the pain. And I can slowly, what we call sweep, move across the pain. And I can do that anywhere. I can do that on a wrist. I can do that on fingers. I could do that on an entire arm.
Now, can you do this on yourself, or does it should be somebody else?
It's not as effective. Well, of course, you couldn't do this on yourself because you couldn't twist your hand around. Oh, wow. And it is most effective to have someone else touching you. Okay? Or then you could go and do it on a shoulder if we went up higher, or the neck. Let's turn Todd here a little bit. See if we can. If I was going to do Todd's neck, I could take 2 fingers, 1 on each side of the neck, in the middle of the neck, and then at the base of the skull, on the side of that muscle, and then at the bottom of the neck, on the side of that muscle. You can see we're just using these 2 fingers, and we're touching each set of points for 6 to 8 seconds, and then if I want, I could slowly either come down the neck, come across the neck. If somebody had a headache, I could hold 2 fingers at the base of the skull and actually put 2 fingers where the headache is, and then actually come back to the source of the pain, which is in the neck. And then I could just work wherever there's localized pain.
Now, quick question. Why did you start on yourself with under the
Well, that wasn't,
breast area?
It's not on me. I would do that on the other person.
I see.
So if I was doing Todd, I would do 6
maybe you're getting your
yeah, no, that was just trying to show where that point was, right? So it would be 6 to 8 seconds at the breastbone, then to the left of the big bone. That's done with 1 hand, and then you use both hands.
Everything's done on the other person.
It's always on the other person, yeah. So,
okay.
So that's how we do that. That's the simple system, and you can go and do anything from that point on, really. And you can't hurt anybody. You can't create disease. You can only help someone.
So you can't hurt anybody? What if you don't know what you're doing?
You can't create a disease. You can't create pain. So you might do 100 points and maybe 2 of them were effective, but the other 98 just sort of flutter away and have no effect.